moment you open your mouth to explain yourself, you have already lost. Not because you are wrong, not because you are weak, but because you just handed someone the one thing they should never have: power over you. Most people spend their entire lives explaining their decisions to others. Why they left, why they stayed, why they chose this path, why they said no. And every single time they explain, they are silently begging for approval. Here is the truth nobody tells you. When you feel the urge to explain yourself, that urge comes from fear. Fear of being misunderstood, fear of being judged, fear of losing someone's respect. But here is what actually happens when you explain. You confirm to the other person that their opinion of you matters. And the moment their opinion matters to you, you are no longer free. The most powerful people in the world, the ones who moved mountains and changed history, they did not explain themselves. They acted, and they let the results speak. Psychologists call this the justification trap. When you justify your actions to someone who has already decided how they feel about you, your explanation changes nothing. If they respect you, they do not need the explanation. If they do not respect you, the explanation will not help. So who exactly are you explaining yourself to? Think about the last time you felt the desperate urge to explain a decision you made. Was the person genuinely curious, or were they judging you? Because if they were judging, your explanation gave them exactly what they wanted: a reaction, vulnerability, access. The moment you defend yourself, you confirm there is something to defend. Silence confirms nothing. There are 5 specific situations where explaining yourself will always destroy you. Number 1, when someone is trying to make you feel guilty. Guilt trippers feed on your explanations. The moment you explain, you validate their guilt. Say nothing. Do nothing. Watch them lose their power. Number 2, when you set a boundary. A boundary does not need an explanation. No is a complete sentence. The moment you add, because after no, you invite negotiation of a boundary that was never meant to be negotiated. Number 3, when you walk away from something, whether it is a job, a relationship, or a friendship, the moment you leave, you owe no explanation. Your departure is the message. Number 4, when someone has already made up their mind. You cannot logic someone out of a position they did not logic themselves into. Save your words for people who are actually listening. Number 5, when you make a decision about your own life, your career, your relationships, your goals. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is entitled to understand every choice you make. Your life is not a press conference. Breaking the habit of over-explaining starts with one question. Ask yourself, am I explaining this because it will genuinely help the situation? Or am I explaining this because I'm afraid of what they will think of me? If the answer is fear, stay silent. Practice the pause. When someone questions your decision, pause for 3 full seconds before responding. In that pause, ask yourself if a response is even necessary. Most of the time, it is not. Practice saying less. Instead of a paragraph, give 1 sentence. Instead of 1 sentence, give 3 words. Instead of 3 words, give a nod. Instead of a nod, give silence. Because here is what silence communicates that words never can. I am so certain of who I am and what I stand for. that I do not need you to understand it. And that level of certainty is the most attractive, powerful, and dangerous energy a human being can carry. People who matter will understand you without an explanation. People who do not matter will never understand you, no matter how much you explain. So protect your energy, guard your decisions, and let your silence do what your words never could. If this changed something in you today, subscribe to Lucid Dominance, because this is only the beginning.